Hello, this section we will talk about customer strategy. What is customer strategy? Customer strategy is a plan or process for us to maintain our customer base and also to understand more of who is our customer and what do they want and how we're going to enhance the value to our offering. Right? Now, customer strategy in the B2B, we will focus more on the B2B first. In the B2B, the seller can, because there are not many buyers in B2B, the seller usually can identify who is our customer, right? And once we can identify who is a customer, then we can enhance our relationship with them. So we can be more friendly with our buyer because there are not many people in the market, and the more that we do business with them, the more we can know them. This way we can increase and create our personal relationship or ongoing benefit with them. If we focus on the specific need of our clients. So once we can solve our client needs, we try to take them more for dinner, we try to get to know them more personally. This way they will be able to stay with us for longer. Now, to create a customer strategy plan, it is important for us to understand our consumer. We understand truly what do they want, who they are, and how we can enhance their value. To do so, there are some questions that we will be looking at, and these are the 5 questions that we will look at. These 5 questions is break into 4 steps, and here is step number 1. Step 1, we have to ask what kind of customer does the seller have, or what kind of the customer do we have, and another question is what type of relationship should we have with them. So what we have to do is that we have to identify the different type of consumer and relationship that we are required. So how do we do that? We will use this thing called the customer metric. So here is a framework that we call customer metric. Just so you know that we will talk more about this in the workshop as well. So to start with, the customer metric is a framework that looks to identify the different type of customer and the relationship that they require by evaluating them into 2 aspects that you can see in the graph here. So the first one, we're going to look at, the metric is looking at first one we call the strategy or cost impact of the purchase. So what is a cost impact? The cost impact is that, the cost impact is the impact of the product to the fundamental of the business buyer. So basically it means how important is this particular purchase? Is it like very critical to their core service offering or not? Give very easy example. Let's say if you buy a plane engine would be a very critical buy to their product. And next one, we're looking at the cost. Another type of cost is the just now we talked about cost impact, right? We talked about the impact strategy, impact of the product, and then we talk about the ongoing cost as well. How much is this thing cost? Is it very expensive? Is it after sale cost will be expensive? Is it like upgrade cost would be expensive as well? So this cost and the impact of the product would consider as a strategy or cost impact of the purchase. Next one, the metric also identify another component which called on your at the below part is called at the lower part of the diagram. It's called complexity or the uniqueness of the purchase. So basically, this uniqueness of the purchase is mean like how unique is this purchase or how complex is it? Is it very complex or is it very unique? For example, let's say if it's very unique, does that mean that the seller need to spend some time to explain to the customer how to use the product? Let's say if you buy some specific type of software, then if it's very unique type of software like analytics software, then the seller might need to do some training for the buyer before the buyer can use the software, right? So basically this graph looking at the cost versus the uniqueness of the purchase. Now, let's have a look at the 4 types of the customer. So the first type, the lower part, so the lower left-hand side, we call transitional relationship. So basically, this is when the product or the service has low strategic impact on the buyer organization or the cost of impact is low. So the customer in this category required nothing much from us um, in terms of the relationship building, because we don't need to spend too much time explaining the product, what is it or how to use it, or we don't need to explain too much on the information of how do you use this product. All right, at the same time, this product is not a critical product for our business client to run or operate their business. An example of this would be, Griffith buying a printer, or Griffith University buy 100 printer. So printer is not a core product offering of Griffith, but Griffith need to use printer to print out some document for student and staff. Also, the printer is not too complex to use, or it's not too expensive to use. So this one is called transitional relationship. Next one, type 2, we call negotiation relationship. So this is when the product or the service purchase is very important. So it's very important or fundamental to the buyer business in terms of the strategic importance or the cost impact. Just now I use an example of Boeing buying a plane engine. All right. So customer in this category require a serious negotiation, and often with a number of potential suppliers. So if it's very important but it's not complex, if it's very important but it's not complex, for example, could be like a car dealer. Sorry, could be like let's say Coles purchasing a delivery truck. Delivery is not maybe the core service or product of Coles, but Coles supermarket still need to deliver their product to each of their quarter or each of their supplier or location. So Coles, we need to talk to let's say maybe 4 or 5 supplier who sell truck to Coles. So they will look at the one that the cheapest and the overall best value before Coles buy. So basically, this is something that the product that is quite critical to the service to the seller. Sorry, this product is quite critical to the buyer, but it's not too complex for the buyer to understand how to operate it. All right. Next one, type 3, we call consultative relationship. So this is where the product is quite complex, but it's not expensive, or it's not too this is where the product is quite complex to understand by the consumer, but it's not critical to the consumer business. This could be an example, could be like a accountant or like a lawyer type of service. So like let's say you want to do tax after the business period or something. So the customer in this category requires specific variation of the product design to meet the specific need. For example, could be IT help, or could be like outsourcing IT, could be outsourcing financial department. So it's that type of thing, right? Now we talk about type 4, collaborative relationship. So type 4, this is where the customer have a very high complex need or unique need. At the same time, this purchase will be very critical to the buyer. So the best example of this would be Boeing purchased a plane engine. The engine is very complex to understand, and it's also very critical for the plane to fly. All right. So basically, Qantas buy an aircraft and that type of thing. So it's costly and also might have like a specific requirement. So when it's come to collaborative, sometimes the buyer also can customize the purchase as well. So Qantas could say, oh, I want the plane to be this color. I want the seat to be something like this. Yeah. So this is the overall information of the customer relationship metric. Now, step 2, service provider, we need to ask the customer which customer are the most important one. So we need to put into a diagram on which are the, so we have 4 types of customer here, and we need to see what are the most important customer group of customer to us. So if you can see on this page, this figure show us the current. So basically, this figure look at the looking at the organization current share of the customer. Another word, the word current share of the customer. What does that mean? Is mean how much this customer could buy, or how much are they buying from us, or how much are they buying from our competitor at the moment. So basically we're looking at the potential of their buying power. All right. Another one that we're looking at is this thing called customer attractive factor. The customer attractive factor on the left hand side is mean the potential of the new customer. It mean the potential of the long term profit. It mean the potential of the long term, sale life value or something like that. So basically how much potential sale that we could get from them. So the current share of the customer business is mean how much they can buy, and the other one, consumer attractiveness, is in the potential of the long-term profit with us. All right. So if we look at in box A, we're looking at the key client first. In box A is represent key client. These are the customers that are highly attractive and generate high level of business income. And the customer in box, so therefore these customers are the most important customer. Okay. The letdown about this is the downside about this group of customers is that everybody want them. So everybody would like to target this particular key client because they buy a lot and they pay a lot of money to the business. All right. Now, customer in B box is represent development account. So these are the customer who score high in the attractiveness but score low in the organizational or share of the business. So basically they are very attractive but they spend less money. So in short, this could be the customer who can be potentially spend a lot of money in the future. Therefore this customer requires specific focus and attention. So they are probably they might be able to present the best source of potential new business. Okay. Customer in box C, this called maintenance account. So this customer do not guarantee attractive business. So they are buying from the same people. So basically this account C are those people who spend a lot of money but they don't require a new product, or they don't require to purchase from a new service provider. So they just continue using the product that they already use. So basically these are very good if we are actually selling to them. So these customers are often enjoy long-term relationship with the current seller and develop or already develop like a solid relationship with the seller. Okay. Now if we move on to the box D, this called opportunistic account. So basically these are the people who spend a little money and also do not looking for a new business or not looking for like new customer or new buyer or new seller. So basically these are the group of customers that we do not want to do business with them. So in short, we want to do business with number D. Okay. Right. If you have any question in here, we will have a chat about this in the workshop. Okay. So yeah, if you have any question about this, we will have we will chat more about this in the workshop. In fact, in the workshop, I will be giving you some more information and then some more handout about this these 2 or 3 pages that we have a chat about. So this is a conclusion of this video. Next video will be the next section of the customer strategy. Thank you.